All right, testing. We're recording. All right, general control 60 00 the account may view the control of the account with all of the accounts general super the other expense the depreciation unappreciable account for the property tax for the other taxes other expense for the control of the 6100 the account super the include the amount of the operating expenses from the not otherwise provided in the natural expense of the accounts include the travel the other expense for the employee for the road property equipment the retirement loss of the other items of the general nature other expense for the wave struck for the running 611100 each for the account include the amount of the expense for the items not otherwise provided in the natural expense of the account they include the travel the other expense of the employee's railroad property by retirement the other items of the general nature of the associated with the carrier of the roadway of the track line with the outside of the classification of the each for the account subdivided the following instruction repair maintenance roadway of the tunnel sub the way of the bridge culvert the top of the rails of the traffic rail and track material of the rail signal interlock with the highway grade crossing and dismantling the retired property railroad property equipment and other damage for the other expensive way structure of the switching of the 6112 the double over the accounts include the amount of trouble the operating expense the items not otherwise provide the other natural expense the accounts include the travel the other expense of the employee of the road property retirement other items in the general nature for the associated with the carrier of the roadway the track classification of the statement of the each for the stations each accounting subdivided the following functions repair maintenance of the roadway tunnel sub the way sub with the bridge culvert the traffic the boat railway other track material the ballast signal interlocking highway grade culvert dismantled rail retired property road property equipment damage other expensive wage structure 6113 double X account include the amount of the drive of the operating expense not otherwise provided as natural expenses accounts include the drive of the other expense of the road property within the retirement other items general nature for the associated with the care of the structure of the roadway and the track with the account and subdivided the following actions or administrator of the track bridges building signal communication other railroad maintenance communication system power station of the building shop the locomotive of the shop building freight car shop the building other equipment locomotive facilities miscellaneous building structure control of terminals or terminals trailer on flat car flat car terminals, other marine terminals with motor vehicle loading and distribution facility, other specialized services of operation, roadway machines, snow removal, dismantling retired property, road and property equipment, and other expense for the equipment of locomotive 6121 XX. All right. This account included the charge for the operating expense of the items not otherwise provided the other national expense for the expense of the accounts included the travel the other expense employed for the equipment and with the retirement associated with the repair of the maintenance of the locomotives where owned with the care of the other with the account of the following function administrative general repair maintenance, dismantling the retired property, locomotive, the rail property, equipment, the damage of the other expense, the equipment, the freight car for the 6122 double A, for the amount included the amount of travel, the expense not otherwise provided the natural expense, the accounts included the travel, the other expense, the employees of the retirement law for the associated with the repair maintenance, the freight cars owned, carried by others of the account, shall be subdivided in the following function: administrative general, the repair maintenance, the dismantling retired property, the freight car for the railroad property, equipment, and other damage of the other equipment and other equipment, 6123 6123 double X, the accounting, it included the charge for the operating expense, not otherwise provided the other natural expense, including travel, the other expense, employee of the equipment, the retirement law, the associated repair maintenance, the equipment of the other locomotive freight cars which are owned with the care of the other shall the accountants for the divided into the following functions: administrative general repair maintenance of the dismantling retired property traction, travel the container, the revenue, serve the floating equipment, the revenue, serve the passenger, the other revenue equipment, computer, serve the system, the word processing equipment, the work when on revenue equipment, the railroad property equipment, the damage shop machinery, locomotive shop machinery, freight shop machinery, other equipment. Other expense for the transportation train 6123 double A for the account of the list of the amount in charge of the operating expense for the not of the ways of the natural expense for the include the travel the other expense of the employees associated with the dispatching operating with the freight train of the other roadway outside of the classification yard of the accounting of the divided and filing function administrator of the general engine crew the train crew the dispatching operating switching signals interlocking the retarding humpers operating drive bridge highway crossing protection train inspection lubrication crew clear wrecking and locomotive fuel with electrical purchase to produce the motive power of the service and locomotive and other expense of transportation yard 6132 double X accounts include the amount of the charge for the expense of the items not otherwise provided the other natural expense include the travel the other expense of the employees other items generally not associated with the movement of the freight cars classification yard terminal switching transverse service of the account subdivided the following account functions: administrative general operating switching signal interlocking and return of the hump and clear wreck switching control and operation yard terminal clerical the locomotive fuel the electrical power purchase the locomotive for the motive then serve the locomotives and other. Alright, other expense for the transportation specialized service 6134 double X asterisk for the account include the balance for the operating expense not otherwise provided the natural expense the account the travel the other expense for the employees other items generally include the operating services with the specialized needs for the cost of the characteristics specialized service the designated of the board appear for the explanation for the sub activities of the account subdivided the following function: administrative the general the pick up the delivery of the line hold the rail with the substitute the service loading unloadable marine protected services other expense transportation administrative the support 6135 double X the amount included the charge for the operating expense of the items not otherwise the rise for in other natural account with the include the travel the other expense that employ the other items general natural nature, including incurred associated in providing direct administrative support with the transportation activity account shall be sub the following functions: administrative general, the operation clerk, accounting, and employee with the communications system, loss of damage claim to the processing other. Alright, other expenses, general admission, 6161 double X, them include the travel of the operating expense of the items not otherwise for the natural expense, include the travel of the other expense of the employee with the items, and generally with the not incurred with the providing overall administrative, the overall support care of the operation account, shall be the following functions: administrative, general, accounting, auditing, the financing, managing, serve the data processing, marketing, sales, and industrial development, personal labor relations, legal secretary, public relations, advertising, research, development, and other. Alright, depreciation control 620000. The account group includes the amount charged for the operating expense, the depreciation owner road property equipment, the depreciation on element of the road property held under the lease of the accordance with the FASB statement, the number 13 with the cost of the parent charged the following with accounts: depreciation, way of the structure of the switching, way of structure of the other equipment, the locomotive depreciation, equipment, the locomotive depreciation, equipment, the freight cars, depreciation equipment of the other equipment, uncollectible accounts, control 63000. The accounts include the charge of the operating expense, the written down with the account, with the notes to the due of the railroad, with the classified with the current, with the long term, with the accounts include any of the credit allowance with accounts to the collectible credibility of the total write off the receivable account that does not include the write down with the property of the equipment, the investment, with except the accounts with the notes without receivable held investment, property adjustment incorrect, if the receivable is not charged to the account with the collection of the amount with the previously written down or to be credited with the account with the total of this account shall be charged with the following account: uncollectible accounts, general administrative, property tax control 64000. That includes only type taxes of value of real estate, personal property, railroad, operating the total amount shall be charged with the following accounts: property tax, general administrative, other operating controls, other taxes control 65000. This account includes the total tax of the gross receipt, the franchise fees, the excise taxes similar to items of the account with excludes property tax and tax charges that employee benefits total account with the be charged with the following account: other tax, general administrative. Alright, other operating expense account, section 2, activity, sub-activity, explanations.